I know he does. He totally looks like G1 Jetfire, doesn't he? But he's not. In fact, it's actually a high quality KO of the Yamato Valkyries that came out like, I don't know, like 20 or 15 years ago or something like that. But he is dressed up like Jetfire, and boy, is it phenomenal. If you look at the box, it's just oozing G1 goodness. The front, the back, the deco on the toy. If you look at the guts inside the box, even the instructions, the font and everything, the key art, like these dudes are going to get in trouble by either Hasbro, Harmony Gold, or Big West or somebody. I don't know, man. But it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. Probably best suited for a collector who's someone my age who grew up with this stuff, and it just checks all the boxes, and it's just all right there. And I've done a review for the standard version already. This is the deluxe version, and it comes with an extra Yamato stand. But yeah, in this video, we're going to go over the toy, go over the different modes, try on the armor, and I'll probably walk him through a transformation and whatnot. But yeah, at the end of the day, I hope you like what you're watching, and I hope you have fun. And so yeah, just enjoy, okay? I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys, so really quick, I got him out of the package, but man, really disappointing. This little fin was broken straight out of the box. It looks like it's supposed to have little nubs that plug into the side of these things, but they just sheared right off, and it won't stay in place. And I don't know, man. I'm not going to try to do some surgery to try to fix it. I have informed Shozi, and they're going to take care of it. This side over here, there's supposed to be a tire, but that tire popped off, and it won't stay in. Again, something that they're going to have to address for me, but Shozi's customer service is really good, so I'm not worried about that. It's just going to take a little bit of time, but just kind of know that as we do this review, okay? And so if this is the first time that you're seeing this toy, I have done another review for the standard version. This is the deluxe version that has the stand, and the standard version, I was just kind of gushing over it, waves of nostalgia, kind of first time impression. I was going haywire, but this one I'm a little more calmed down. But yeah, just to kind of talk about this objectively, you can see that this is an homage to Jetfire, G1 Jetfire, and also at the same time, because of the origins of Jetfire, this is also an homage to the Macross Valkyrie, the Robotech Veritech, right? And you can see over here, it actually says Air Guardian Jetfire, has the deco, has the scheme and everything, but you look at it, it has the 001, like Vermilion Squadron, the Skull Squadron emblems, the UN Spacey logo, the text, and all of that. So it's a bit of a bit of a mashup, an amalgam, if you will, of the two different franchises. And if you're asking yourself, well, like, who is this for then? Well, I think it's for somebody like me, somebody who grew up at that time with both franchises and can appreciate them both. And you might be one of those individuals yourself. Let me actually set that guy down over here. And some of the other stuff that he comes with is like this piece. Oh my goodness, dude. The super pack, the fast pack, right? You know, I used to do Jetfire restorations back in the day when I was a younger man, and I used to make custom Valkyries too. And this thing brings back like a lot of memories. They were so hard to find on the market, you know? And there were people who were doing third-party resin kits at the time, and this is before third-party was really like a thing. But yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. I was going to say, like, these bits over here, like these are all removable with the translucent parts, and you can add them on here, but I don't know, man. It's really difficult. Just in my own opinion, I've had a lot of difficulty removing these things, and I have gotten them off, but then the translucent bits feel flimsy, and I don't know, man. I don't really care to put them on here, and I don't want to mess up the toy, and so I'm not going to bother doing all of that. Yeah, and this is the calf armor, so to speak. But you know what this looks like actually is it looks like the arm armor from the 155th Valkyrie from Jetfire. That's what it used to look like. And I do remember the clips from the Jetfire constantly breaking off in the front over here. Oh, and in the other video, some of y'all had said that this is from the movie version, Do You Remember Love? And that the TV version, actually the arm armors look different, and that there's a set of Yamatos that come with the TV armor. I did not know that. I always thought they kind of looked like this, but now that you mention it, yeah, the TV armor, perhaps, the arm armor looks more like this thing that I just described, you know? So, yeah, who knows? Who knows? But maybe Valkyrie Factory only has one set of these molds. One set of the armor, I mean. And then here we go. This is, okay, you know what? This bit came off pretty easily. Okay, so I'm not too scared about removing this and putting the translucent there. But, wow, man, look at the detail on that. That's nuts, dude. That's super tight. And I love the fact that, what is it? the molding of the leg is baked in here, and so that it sits flush. But yeah, you just kind of like put that on, and yeah, man, for what it's worth. But in terms of, I'm not sure what's the most intelligent way to remove this, but it looks nice. Not only like, yeah, it feels Jetfire, but it feels so Macross. It's like I feel that they what's it? They hit the nail on the head. They hit the perfect spot, you know, right in between the two franchises. And this is a bit of an amalgam of an instruction as well, because I don't believe the Guardian mode, the Gerwalk, was ever portrayed in the instructions. And they made the instructions look deliciously like G1. Like the font is all the same, the way they did the coloring, the grid line, and all of that. And that's so cool that you can see that right there. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any insights on how to install the what is it, the stand or anything like that, or the armor, and so we'll just kind of have to figure that out. I mean, dude, there's tons of resources on the internet. We have YouTube, we have like everything, you know. So I'll just fold this up later. And then it comes with tech specs, a little decoder, and it comes with a very, very nice G1 card. Boom, that artwork right there from the box. And then we have the Valkyrie back over there. Hey, what's this? Endurance, huh? He's pretty low on endurance. I did not know that. Huh. Anyway, yeah, it's really unfortunate that he came with the busted little wing over here and what is it? And the tire. But hopefully Shozi will resolve that for me soon. But let's take a look at the other stuff that he comes with, okay? Really quick, I'll be right back. Oh, before we do that, I almost forgot to showcase the second tray. And this is underneath the bot. And yeah, it's a bunch of like armaments and stuff like that. And glorious, done really well. The paint on this thing is really immaculate. It's very, very clean. Hey, that kind of looks like the Reebok symbol, doesn't it? But yeah, so this will just slot underneath his wings. He comes with two of those two cluster, double cluster ones, and there's like a single cluster one, and that also you get two. And then you get some of these tri-cluster missiles that, again, you can all just kind of like fit underneath the wing. And it comes with four of those. He also comes with rib fillers. That's one of the things that the Macross Valkyries, regardless of which scale, which version, Masterpiece or not, they've never been able to create these and integrate them into the bot just because there's a lack of space. But yeah, it does come with those rib fillers. Like, I think even the what is it? The Bandai 148 also has rib fillers as well. And yeah, and then he comes with these box cluster missiles done very, very nicely. It reminds me actually of the Hasegawa weapon set from many moons back. This, I believe, is the neck gap filler. This may also be some type of neck gap area. This might be one of those extendo things that the VF1D had, where basically it had a seat and then it had a second telescoping seat because two people could pilot the VF1D. And then so yeah, but here we have the seat, and that's done really well. How was this situated? I'll figure it out later. And then finally, we have the little ghost figure, and that's cool, man. Yeah, a lot of great detail. You can see the Macross helmet and stuff, and very neat stuff. Very, very neat stuff. So yeah, you get a ton of stuff with this set. A lot of fun. And now I will show you the stuff that you get with the deluxe kit, okay? One sec. All right, this is the second box that actually comes packaged with the Jetfire, and it sits on top of the whole thing, and it doesn't mess up the Jetfire box or anything, but boy. So I only ordered the standard version before. This is the deluxe version, and goodness gracious, this thing is heavy, dude. This is the stand for the Valkyrie. Obviously, it needs to have a certain amount of weight so the Valkyrie doesn't top over, but yo, this has some heft to it, dude, and I don't know if it's a metal base or something like that, but it's interesting. Oh, wow. It says like 1982, 84, 94, 98 Big West made in China. Wow, so they even have all the trademarks and stuff engraved there, but very, very nice, very heavy. Wow, you hear that, right? And then the other bits in here, what else do we have? Oh, it's all the clear parts for the armor. And as much as I want to show this off and show the translucent bits sitting on the armor, I don't know, man. It's just really, it's a little bit difficult, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid to exert that much force on something that I'm not that familiar with. You know what? Let's actually just get everything out there. Whoa. Yo, this is super clean. Oh my goodness. So this must plug into the base, and this is some type of like vice grip, or it connects with this or something like that. These look amazing. These look incredible, and I do recall seeing like this kind of black and yellow stripes and stuff like on the side of the Macross when they're launching the Valkyries, and that's really nice. I've never seen these before. And it comes with all sorts of other of the translucent bits. All the stuff that's going to go over the armor, and like I said, kind of terrified of doing all of that. Over here, he comes with some vanity hands, and apparently these black things are adapters that allow the Valkyrie. So there are 3 adapters here. So apparently one is for Battleroid, one is for Gerwalk Guardian, the other one is for the fighter mode, and they allow the Valkyrie to sit on the stand, and maybe we'll prop it up later. Inside the Valkyrie, he comes with these like spindly, like bug-like hands, and this is because there's not a lot of clearance there. And so in order to have him doing these vanity cool poses, you will need to swap out the hands. It comes with both the Mickey hands, the kind of like pillowy hands, and then you have the more robotic Do You Remember Loved Ones over here. And so it's nice that they've packaged both of them. But yeah, so everything here that you see, all of this stuff comes with the standard version too. It's only this stuff that comes with the deluxe version, and the deluxe version I think is about $20 more or something like that. And yeah, if you're big on displays, you might want to get the deluxe version, because this is a very nice piece, a good amount of heft, feels very, very high quality. And yeah, so if you're a stand guy or a display guy, you might want to do that and invest in the deluxe kit. But let me break the Valkyrie out. We can mess with it, go through the transformation, and just get a little bit more familiar with the toy, okay? I will be right back. All right, now before we get too familiar with the toy, I did want to show off each of the modes and also the modes wearing the armor. And as you see him spinning here, man, at least for me, it's so nostalgic. I mean, it looks like G1 Jetfire, but feels and smells and tastes like the Macross Valkyrie. And just looking at it just brings me so much joy. This is a cross between an F-14 and an F-15, I think. I'm sure plane enthusiasts will correct me, but no, it looks really beautiful over here. But let's see what he looks like in super mode. And here he is wearing the armor, and boy, is it beautiful. I mean, it's kind of heavy in the back, and you can see that the legs have to do kind of like this extra bend to house all the armor and stuff. But man, there's just so much like oomph back there when you look at it, you know? And in this series, anytime you saw the Valkyries getting hooked up with the fast pack armor, you know they're about to get busy. Something was about to go down. And just seeing it clad in the fast pack armor, even though it's all red and stuff, I don't know, man. This crossroads of Jetfire, or Transformers, and Macross is just really does it for me. But let's check out Gerwalk, or Guardian. All right, here's the Gerwalk, aka Guardian mode, and it looks really, really nice. I know in one of the bootlegs they call this like a floating moth mode or something like that, but no, it looks so dope. I mean, to the uninitiated, it might look kind of funky, but for those of us that are familiar with the brand and the franchise, oh man, it's just a thing of beauty. And I love the purpose that it served, whereas the fighter, the jet mode, where you're just going super fast, Battleroid mode, you know, you had locomotion and you're running on the ground, but the Gerwalk kind of allowed you to like hover and stuff, and we got to see that when they landed on Earth. And oh, and here he is in the what is it, the fast pack, the super armor, and also just looks really, really nice, wears it quite well, you know? Just something about the scheme. I know they did it in Do You Remember Love, but the red and black were reversed. But I don't know, man. Just seeing it in the Jetfire scheme, Gerwalk, fast pack mode, it's just really nice. All right, and here we have him, Battleroid Valkyrie, the Battleroid Valkyrie. And yeah, Jetfire, G1 Jetfire in his robot mode still stands the test of time. I would love to see this guy in the modern version. I mean, Skyfire is cool too, you know, and I like Skyfire, but I would love to see Jetfire, like this version or a variation of him, because they've done similar things. We got the one Top Gun Valkyrie, and he kind of looks like a, you know, like a Valkyrie-esque robot. And so, yeah, I would love to see a remake of this dude, but let's check him out in his armor. And there he is with the armor on. That looks so good. Whether you're a Macross Robotech or a Transformers fan, like, dude, how can you not like this? He looks so, so sick. And, you know, I hope we get this guy revisited in the current line. I mean, I know we have Skyfire, but I would love to see kind of like an F14, F15 version of Jetfire. Yeah. But anyway, let's go through the transformation before we wrap up the review, okay? All right, to wrap up the video, we're going to go ahead and transform him from bot mode into Jet. And so if you're familiar with the Macross Valkyrie, you can kind of guess the way a lot of this works. I mean, the Jetfire transformation, the Valkyrie transformation has stayed faithful for a long, long time. And yeah, there's not too many differences between each model. I mean, each manufacturer... Yeah, hold up for a second. Am I doing this wrong? Each, toy manufacturer may kind of design some of the joints a little bit differently, but in terms of like its function and what it's supposed to do, they're always going to be the same. Like for instance, like you're always going to see the hands fold into the forearms, you know, that's just how it always works. The feet are always going to fold and collapse inside. I think they're the only ones that have done a little hinge on the fin. And the nose cone, this typically works a little bit differently too, depending on who you're going with. But yeah, a lot of them will just have it kind of adhere into there somehow. Let's see, what else is done different between groups? Oh, the rib fillers. Yeah, all of the Masterpiece kind of high-end scale versions have rib fillers now, and those can never really be incorporated on the toy. And so those are going to be extraneous pieces. This is done a little bit differently on the toy in that like this hooks out. I've never seen anyone provide a little hook there except for these guys. I don't know if any of the new guys do. I want to say no. And also this little air brake thing also depresses in here, and there's tabs that again helps this thing hold everything in place. And so that's done like slightly different, but not like too much. It's cool that they have the heat shield in here. And so a lot of this is kind of like opening this up. And so there's kind of a sequence of operations over here. Like, I don't know if you could see it, but there's this gap because you got to lift this up. And once you get that out, there's a C-clip in there. And then you can undo the C-clip from the nose cone. And then you can lift this up. And then you can see the ribs starting to fall out. On some of the versions, this bit can actually rotate. I don't think this version can do it, but yeah, this bit and this will like all rotate. The 3.0 version can do it, and I believe the other Bandai versions can do it as well. The arms, the way they transform are simplified in that some of the newer guys, I mean, they're always going to do the same thing. They're going to move from here to here, but some of the newer guys make it a little bit too complicated. I actually think this design is fine. But yeah, but that's how they do it over here. This bit, there's just a lot going on here. So even though you can keep the head plugged in, I'm just going to remove it. Just makes life easier. And these little shoulder lights are going to fit inside there. And so what's going to happen is this is going to lift up. This is going to slide in, and the spacing is very, very tight, and it's going to be hiding underneath here. And while that happens, I think you can wiggle the nose cone out a little bit. And so this is going to be going back here. It's going to be... there we go. I got it threaded through. You saw that, right? And now it's kind of loose now that it's in there. Then we want to bring this up here. And then we want to ultimately bring that back. Just make sure everything's clear over here. I feel like, oops. I feel like it's right. Just got to make sure. I want to bring these back. Okay, that clicked, great. Then now this, great, because this can actually be removable. It's removable, it can be removed because in the show, there's a part where homie has to rescue him and like this bit comes off. And so yeah, that I believe is just gonna rest right there. And that's the top of the heat shield. And then the air brake. can sit down. And so, great. We're on our way. We are on our way. And so this ultimately is going to come up here in this bar. I hope it's metal, and I think it is. It's going to rest inside this C-clip right there. So you're going to have to do this and move that all the way down. And so while that's happening, the arms are going to move down. And I don't know if they secure in here or something. I don't think they do. Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure what that's for. That's fine. So we're just gonna move the arm down on that hinge. It's very tight, and so did I get it? Give me 1 second. Let me clean it up off camera. Oh, really quick. I found out what this is for. Once you get the arms in the proper position, they'll actually sit inside these bays, and it'll hold the arms in place. Bless your heart, child. Yeah, that was my fault. And then here, we can just attach these to the C-clip. Oops. And once they're in there, you can attach these hip bits onto the top over here. There are areas that will allow you to secure them in there. I don't know if you heard that, but anyway, it secures in there. This will come down, and that bit will plug, will tab in there like that. And that's a pretty satisfying pluck lock. We'll bring that down. And then there we go. It'll claw. And then this bit, it'll be recessed back. And then the head will just be kind of plugged in like that. We could bring the tail fins down, and don't brute force it. Just be mindful of this hinge. Just kind of lift as necessary, and then after that, you are done, my friend. And that is the Valkyrie, or Veritech, or Jetfire, or whatever you want to call it. But it's a beautiful, beautiful piece, and I've said that over and over throughout this video. But yeah, if you're a Macross Robotech enthusiast, a Transformers fan, especially a G1 Transformers fan, and this guy has a place in your heart with some nostalgia, highly suggest you pick this up. Mine has some QC issues. My first one didn't. This one did. But yeah, I think every now and then you're just going to kind of encounter those. Thankfully, I got it from Shozy, and they're excellent about customer service. Anyway, friends, hope you have enjoyed the video. I appreciate y'all being here and supporting the channel, okay? Talk to you soon. All right, bye.